It's the market.
Alright, welcome everybody to another episode of the Boardroom interview. And who do I have with me today?
Quinn.
Hey, ow, ow. So what's up, man? Where you from, man? What's going on?
So I'm from New York, young. I've been out here 7 years. I stay on the south side of Atlanta, but technically it's not Atlanta no more.
Not Atlanta.
It's the south. But I've been out here 7 years. I've been doing music since I was 13. I met FaZe. When did I meet you?
Probably about, I don't know.
2019?
Yeah, it seemed like it was some years now. Yeah.
2019, I first came here. I used to actually, let me tell y'all a little secret.
Oh, shit. Secrets.
I used to actually call up here and harass the studio up here when I first moved out. I really did. Because I was looking for a home studio. I used to call. I don't know if it was you that would answer, but somebody used to answer and I'll be like, so are y'all like looking for like hiring or like artists? And then y'all would say something and I'll just hang up the phone. I did that for like a good month.
For real? Man, we thought it was the ops.
Yeah.
So, what's your position right now as far as being an artist in Atlanta, you know, moving and grooving? Where does things stand for you at this point?
So, right now, I am a new A&R for Ugly Money Entertainment. I'm also doing music at the same time. So, it's a good position for me to be in as an artist, to network with other people and people who are in bigger positions than me. So, yeah. Yeah,
you
collaborate and stuff.
Are you learning like the other side of the business through this situation?
Cause sitting back as an artist, like us artists, it's more of a gimme, I want. So now that I'm in a position now where I'm in y'all position, I can actually see there's more to it than just that.
Yeah.
There's more to it. So now I'm just like, but the thing about it is I always knew that because I'm a very humble person. So I've always knew that. But now being in that position, I'm like looking at people that I was in their position. I'm just like, yeah, it's more to it than that. So now I'm like, you know, nah, it's not just, hey, bro, sign me for you talking about, no. For you talking about, no. It doesn't work like that.
No.
It doesn't work like that. I mean, it do in certain cases, but.
Yeah, I guess it's all about timing and it's all about the person. I think like a lot of that take, play, because you get a lot of fuck people like, and you be like, man, I ain't about to do shit for this, what about you?
And then you just like I posted today on my story, I said, as a human being, depending on other people, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Especially as an artist, like, you have to have a budget. Me, I never had a budget. Like, I was the type like, we gonna... But I had people like, yeah. But, you have to have a budget. And
but then, you come from money, so...
Shit. I made my money. Shit, I wish it was my money. Shit. But, you gotta have a budget and, having a manager and, like, being signed to a label, you gotta pay all those people, like... And being signed to a label, like, your music and your distribution goes to their company. So once you leave, it's not really a shit no more, like, which is the sad part.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people kind of, I guess, look at the bigger people, but they don't ever want to believe, like, oh, the label gave them this car for this picture or this money for these reels or whatever. It's really a game.
It is a game, and me personally, I still want to be signed to a label. Like, my goal is to be signed to Sony. I also want to be signed under like another label, like you know, like a QC or something.
Yeah.
I'm still keeping the options open, but like the label will help you. Like I'm not even gonna lie, even though like a lot of artists now, especially us black people and black people in the music industry, a lot of us don't want to be signed to a label because we all want to own our masters and we all want to be independent. And that's good to own your masters. I ain't gonna hold you unless you like have a good deal like 21 Savage and he keeps like 70%. I think it's 70 or 80% of his masters, and I think the label gets like 50%. I think or 40%. He said. I don't know. You're gonna have to talk it up with a good lawyer to like negotiate. But me personally, the label will still help you because they'll give you money for certain shit that you can't really. Not saying that you can't cover. If you're an artist that has money for backing up, then okay, then fine. Like, but then there's people out there that don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
And the label has a network. You know, people you probably can't reach.
Yeah, and it's like more beneficial because once you sign to a label, there's other bigger artists on the label that you can collaborate with. Then you got some fucked up labels that be having artists out here 5+ years, they still ain't putting out a fucking album. RCA. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it depends on who you sign with. And not only that, you got to read the contracts too. Because if you just sign it because you're just excited, you're going to get fucked over. You're going to be like these rest of these artists. And then the fans are going to be like, well, why the fuck you ain't putting out no music? Why you ain't doing this? And it's really the label is controlling everything you do. Not only that, the label also be controlling people's social medias on top of that. What can you post? What can't you post? Like, you know what I'm saying? So either you take advantage of that and say, fuck them and keep your fan base going, or you're just going to be a Muppet. Or a puppet. You gonna be a puppet to this shit, so.
All facts. So how was life growing up in New York? Or did you grow up in New York?
Born and raised. I came out here the day before my 16th birthday.
Yeah.
So that was hard for me.
The transition?
I was crying for like a good 2 years when I moved out here.
Man, you sound like me, and I was adult.
Yeah, like it's a big transition because it's like New York, everything is there for you. You know, like corner stores. I ain't trying to sound like everybody else, but corner stores, you got sidewalks, ain't nobody trying to run you over. It's like you got street lights all over the city, like not just in the outskirts. Like no, like it's a really big transition, and it's like New York is so fast paced and it's home, but everybody got their own home in their way. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, New York is a melting pot. Atlanta is strictly like African American people. Like New York, you got Panamanians, Trinidadians, Jamaicans, Puerto Ricans. You have all these cultures that you could connect to, like fucking Indian people. Like you could relate to these people, like, you know. So when you move out here, it's kind of like, damn, I can't really relate to nobody because nobody looks like me.
Yeah, because you're kind of used to things being like
culture.
Yeah.
And then when you move out here, it's like, what are you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when you tell them, they're like, oh, but you black though. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like you put you right in the box.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. The transition was hard. The females were like hating on me.
Is the way you talk, or was it your, like, the way you dress, your vibes, or
my vibe, the way I talk and the way I look? Cause certain days I look mad black, other days I look mad Indian.
I give you that.
You know what I'm saying? So I used to get hated on a lot. Like the females out here were like big mad when I moved out here. Big mad, but in New York, it's not even like that in New York. Like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of Spanish girls that be hating on like Jamaicans and stuff like that, but like, nah, it's like it's different. Usually, they hate in New York be like not talked about for real. Like in Atlanta, they bold. The females out here are bold.
Yeah, they can't hide it.
They can't hide that shit. Me, I guess it's a New Yorker thing.
Yeah.
Like we peep some shit, but we don't say it. Like we move. We know how to maneuver.
Yeah, we just move out the way. they kind of move closer. Like, I hate you. Let me be your friend.
They move towards the problem.
Yeah.
I be like, what the fuck? Like, they be so bold, like, coming up. And you don't even be know who these people. They be, like, bold and trying shit with you. And you're just like, what? Like, I really be looking at a lot of people, like, crazy.
Yeah.
Not to say everybody out here is crazy. No, there's some people from the South that actually got, like, they, like, mindset together. But, like, people who are, like, oblivious and ghetto and like, I'm gonna fight you because you talking to the same nigga. Like, in New York, we don't, I mean, we do that in New York, but we be like, okay, on to the next. Like,
for real.
Jay-Z is our president, so we on to the next.
You know what I'm saying? So, do you think that, you might look at people, do you feel like you're spiritual?
I do.
Do you feel like that affects how you see people?
Mm-hmm. I see people's auras. I see people's spirits. I be feeling people's ancestors. It gets really deep.
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I don't have a title of anything for me, but I'm the same way. Like, as soon as I see a person, I see them. You know, and some people would make it like, I might not speak to.
But
like,
you know what? You know what's a blessing and a curse about that too? I feel like a lot of us spiritual people we're so protective of ourselves that we sometimes kind of be fucking up our own friendships and relationships because we're so guarded. Like me, I have friendship trauma. I have relationship trauma. So with that, like, even now, even like with family members and friends that I've had for years and plus, like, I'm still guarded with them. And this is people from back home in New York. I'm safe with them. Mm-hmm. I'm safe with people back home in New York. But like out here, when I try to make friends in Atlanta, like the females is like, it's like everybody out here has an ulterior motive.
Yeah.
New York is not like that. Why it's not like that in New York? Because we all of us gotta hustle, and all of us are doing something. Like in New York, everybody in Atlanta try to get put on because why? It's the Black Hollywood.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, if you have a motive, just say it. Like, I respect it better because at least moving forward, I know, like, okay.
But they don't want to say that though because they want to put on a face and like, oh no, I'm just like, no, bro. Like, I be sensing all of that shit. I be like, yeah, this bitch.
Yeah, this shit crazy. So, what is something that you learned in your younger years that you still use today, like, to navigate through life?
I'm Caribbean, so one, don't eat from everybody. Because everything is spiritual, even when you cook. And you could watch somebody cook it fine and they clean and whatever, but spiritually, whatever energy you put into while you're making your food, people give you food poisoning off of that. Real shit. I was gullible as fuck when I was younger. Like, not like anybody could tell me anything I believe in. Not that type of gullible. Gullible far as not seeing people for who they really are. Like, I'm a Virgo. You got a Virgo in your life, you know? So we tend to be nice and bubbly and stuff like that, and then we just believe people for who they are, and it's hard for us to see the real person until we really sit back and isolate ourselves, and then we get to see, oh yeah, this person was on some fuck shit. So in my adult years now, with me being spiritual, is another reason why I'm guarded with a lot of people. And I hate that I'm like that, because my mom be like, yo, Dominique, like, you have, like, no friends. Not say that I don't have friends. I do have friends, but I tend to push people away because I'm so guarded.
Definitely.
And I hate that I do that shit.
Yeah.
I hate that I do that shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, you too old. But then again, it's like, when you grow up a certain way, and you grow up in New York, and you transition to Atlanta, so you looking for that kind of New York welcoming.
That's a fact.
That's the delusional part about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not born and raised in Atlanta, so now that I've been out here for 7 years, now I know how to maneuver.
That's some real shit, because, like, I came here like that, too. Like, yo, I'm going to pick up where I left off at home. I'm going to just
Yeah.
Get some homeboys and da da da.
And then they try to set you up.
Yeah,
wait, what?
It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
No.
I guess you gotta I don't know, wait for it's timing. I guess you wait for that right person to come along and chill, But it take it's a lot.
You know what's also good is when you meet other New Yorkers. I'm not trying to say New York, New York, New York.
New York, baby!
I'm not trying to say that, but usually
I feel you 100%.
When you move to the South and you meet other New Yorkers and y'all can have a conversation, you feel more at home. And you feel more at ease. I used to work at Dunkin' Donuts. I worked at Dunkin' Donuts for 2 years. And a lot of people from Long Island, Italian. There's a lot of Italian people out here. They came out here yo, these fucking people, bro. So then I'll get comfortable because I'm yeah, this is what I'm used to. You know what I'm saying? And then you get I don't know what the fuck she talking about, cause and it's yeah. So it's they're back to reality. I'm in the South. Yeah.
That's a fact. And they I know they're oh, why y'all here then? But it's
it's cheaper.
In reality, you know what I'm saying?
New York is hard.
Yeah, you can't move certain ways in New York, on the surface, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely sold up. And that's what I do like about here, that, that's a pro for me. The fact that, the minorities have a little more power business-wise.
In New York, because everybody in New York, the power people is the Greeks.
Yeah.
Russians, Italians, them the fucking people. And the minorities is the black people and the fucking Caribbean people and the fucking Asian people. And, but the higher up people that probably get somewhere in New York is the Asian people.
Yeah, definitely.
And then when I moved out here, I saw Asian motherfuckers fuck you talking about, and I was wait, what? That was the cultural shock for me, seeing Asians
You know what did it for me? Seeing black people work in Asian restaurant or beauty supply.
Yeah.
I'm oh, I ain't never seen that before.
It's a cultural shock as fuck out here, really as fuck. And I was what? My best friend will come out here and she be yo, these Asian niggas is hood as fuck. In New York, they my name is Sarah. I work in Manhattan. No, out here they be bitch, I'm from Clayton County. What's up? I'm what? Nah, she wildin'.
Now I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? In Brooklyn, we got our Asian homeboys. They talk just like us.
But that's true. My best friend, her baby father, he's Arabic, and that nigga is straight up. He's a nigga.
Yeah,
he's a New Yorker nigga.
Yeah.
But if you were to see an Arabic nigga from the South, 21 Savage guns and stunting on my ex, it's wait, what? You were raised like that? No, you wasn't.
Who are you?
For example, I went to Henry County High School for a year. Henry County, Wesley, McDonough got some nice ass houses. Yeah. How the fuck you was living in houses like that, talking about you was struggling your whole life, gun gang related? Nigga, you wasn't even raised like that.
You got a garage, a porch, grass.
3-door, and they be having 3-door garages and shit. Talking about they in the crib. Wait, what? You was never raised like that.
I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely questioned that.
Yeah. What? What?
If I take you where I grew up at, you would feel sorry for me, but you kind of living pretty good. Why are you doing this?
New York houses, they small, so your bedroom and your fucking bathroom is a box for real.
Yeah, you don't want to live like that.
You don't want to live like that, shit.
It's slick like a cell, like a jail cell.
Yeah, you know what? And I went back to New York I had to go back to New York. I got in trouble out here. But when I went back to New York and I was up there for that first year, I felt really suffocated in that house. It feels so suffocating because moving to the South, you have space. Yeah. The homes are bigger. And then when I went to New York, I was yo, I'm I'm claustrophobic now.
Yeah.
And I never used to be like that.
I think for me it's sometimes I don't want to go home no more. It's when I go home, like you said, if I go in the crib, for me allergies, I start getting allergies and all kind of shit. I'm it's time to go back to Atlanta.
And And then family members get mad at you in New York when they be like, oh, so you going back to this? Like, literally, you get homesick when you, like, move out here and you go back to, like, New York and you come, and it's like, you get homesick, you ready to come to Atlanta. Like, that's how I was. Yeah. That's how I still am. When I'm in New York, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go back to Atlanta.
And it's crazy because Atlanta is pretty dope. Like, when I lived in Virginia and I hated it, every minute of it.
I'm scared of Virginia. Virginia give me haunted vibes.
Man.
They give me terror vibes.
I hated it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, anytime that I left and flew back in and got to the airport, I'd be depressed. Or if I drove and it said welcome to Virginia, I get depressed. But now it's like when I leave and come back to Atlanta, I'll be like, yeah, let's go.
Happy as fuck. Like, I'm back in Hollywood. What's up? Back in Hollywood, ready to know where yo, you trying to come to Quinn? Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah.
And that's the thing about New York, like, especially in the music industry in New York, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to really make it out there because everybody's trying to get. I'm not exaggerating. New York trying to be an artist is hard to get put on. Mm-hmm. One, because motherfuckers in New York are very stingy. They're not trying to put you on, and they like try to hide shit from you. That's like New York is they'll put you on when they feel like they want to help you. So when I moved to Atlanta, I feel like I really moved to Atlanta for my music career, for real. As soon as I moved out here, I got put on. Why I couldn't get put on when I was in New York?
I ain't gonna lie. Atlanta is great for women.
That's true.
Because these dudes, I seen them do the most
in New York
for women.
Out here.
Out here, like I've seen dudes do the most for women, like tricking. The most.
Tricking.
Yeah.
Niggas be tricking.
So like, I ain't gonna lie. If you a girl, you gonna make it move out here. Like a dude, you gotta kind of like you said, the dude definitely need a budget. The girl, she could probably finagle a couple of things and
if she wants, she could throw some pussy if she wants.
Yeah, she could throw a little bit of that. I don't know, the dude he ain't got much options. Especially if he ain't light skinned.
Light skinned niggas out here.
Yo, you funny, man. So, what is the plans right now? You got your A&R thing going on. You got your music going on. What is the next step for you?
The next step for me is to get signed.
Well, you in a position now.
I am in a position. But I'm very patient. I hate that I'm patient. Because my mom be like, there's fucking people out here doing it. And I'm like, I know, but they have more than what I have. Like, for me, I really do feel like I only got myself in this industry. You probably didn't
even let your label hear, like, any of your newer music, did you?
Old Money?
Yeah.
Some of them heard it.
Okay.
Nietzsche didn't hear it, though.
I see. I knew you was going to probably not let no... You be right there. You let them hear it.
I don't know what it... I don't know. Like,
you don't want them to feel like, oh, this is what you here for? Like, yeah.
I'm more of like a... well, but that's just me.
At least you could set up the meeting. You could be like, hey, let me take you to lunch. And then...
I could. Okay. Nietzsche the boss, for real. Like, I be feeling like I gotta walk on, like, eggshells when I'm around him. Because he's that nigga. Like...
Yeah.
He's that nigga. So, like, for me, I want to collaborate with, like, Ugly Money artists for sure. But, like, play him on music.
Your music good, though. I can see if it was trash, but...
I'm going to come out with... you know what I'm going to do? Because I am dropping music. I am. I know it's taking a minute. I am. But I'll let him hear, like, a single. Like, I'm about to put it out. See what he says, because he heard my music like from ear, but me presenting it to him, no, he hasn't.
Yeah, because you like, shit, this is my music, but you ain't like, yo, this is my music,
like
I need this change.
With my boss, Nietzsche, with him, like, if I were to present him music, it has to be, that nigga wants to hear, like, how much shit can you bring to the table? Because now I gotta look at it, and for me, I gotta look at it as like an A&R too. Like, I only got 2 singles out, but I got a whole bunch of shit in my phone. Like, that's not even finished yet. So, for me, like, I would have to probably play, like, at least 5 songs.
That, you know, and it's good that you,
Pre-preparing.
You see it. You see how you're supposed to move. That, I think that's really, like, the jewel, because a lot of people don't know how they're supposed to move. Like, they don't know as soon as they open their mouths. Like,
they be like, this my shit, you gonna sign me? And it's like, you can't move like that.
Yeah.
You know. I don't know, maybe because I've been in this industry since I was 13. So I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, I didn't have, like, my dad, he was a DJ before I was even born. My uncle's a DJ. Those were the only 2 people in the music industry that I saw. But as far as them backing me up, like, for example, Lotto had her dad, and her dad would come with her before she didn't have her dad anymore. Like, it was always myself. Mm-hmm. So I had to play a nigga at the same time in this industry. And, yeah, I was acting like a nigga, like, since 13. Why? Because I was a child. I'm a female. And now that I'm adult, I still have to have that nigga mindset because this industry is filled with niggas, thirsty niggas. And it's like, you gotta protect yourself, you know what I'm saying? So, you gotta think like a nigga, you gotta move like a nigga, you gotta act professional too, like. And there's a lot of females out here that got their managers and their assistants and shit, with their cameramans and shit like that, and they just be like, come sign me now. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. No. Like, that's not how you do it. Like, I don't know. And then on top of that, majority of my friends are men. So it's like, I already know how to, like my friend, Baha, he from Brooklyn too, and he live out here. And he was like, yo, Dominique, one thing I can tell you, you know how to, he said I know how to talk my way around a nigga. He said I know how to maneuver around a nigga. He said it could be like 10 different niggas in a room and you know how to like, I don't know if it's a New Yorker in me or I don't know what it is.
It sounds like a piece of everything. It's like the New Yorker, then you guard it, then it's like...
I don't know. I'm just I think I was supposed to be born a boy.
Oh my God. Is this a breakthrough? Are we having a breakthrough right now?
Like, I don't know. Like, I know how to talk around like men. Like,
do you like girls?
I do.
Oh, so you like the best of both worlds up here. I think that's
another reason why too. Like, I just know how to. I have a lot of masculine energy and female, like feminine energy too. But when it comes to putting myself in certain positions, I have to be like, yo, like, fuck you talking about, like.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna come at you like that. But I could act real submissive too. But when it comes to this music shit and being around a bunch of niggas and people with authority, you have to be stern, like.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm a female, so I gotta protect myself. Like, I've been doing this by myself for a very long time.
You definitely have to be tough in this industry because people do get comfortable too fast. Like, at least they appear to be comfortable too fast.
Like, a good example, Lotto.
Mm-hmm.
Just how her persona, how she moved, like, you have to be like that.
Yeah.
You gotta protect yourself.
That's a fact.
Gangsta.
So, what are some of your other talents?
Well, I sing, I dance. I've been dancing since I was little. I stopped dancing because I didn't want to do the ballerina shit. I wanted to be a hip-hop dancer. My family was against that shit. You know Korean people. Yeah, I don't gotta go into that. But, nah, I do acting on the side. I was scared of acting, I ain't gonna lie. Let me tell you why I was scared of acting.
Why?
Because a lot of actors and actresses come out with, like, schizophrenia and shit. And, like, multiple personality disorder. You
said they come out with it or they come in with it?
They come out with that shit. When you play multiple different personalities and shit, half of these actors and actresses have fucking mental issues, bro.
I could believe that.
That's why, number one thing, that's why I'm scared of becoming, like, an actress. Even though I would make the character, that's what you're supposed to do, but, like, I don't think I'm, like, no, rebuke that. Like, nah.
Like, are you crazy? Who you, John, today? Like, oh, my bad. I forgot.
I be saying shit like, okay, I did background acting for Heels on Stars season 2. And there's a lot of famous people in the room, and I see how they were like, when the cameras come on, and then when the cameras come off, I'd be like, yo, like, this is some scary shit. But it's not even like scary, but like, they were taught to do that, to train for like acting. So a lot of actors and actresses, I feel like they fake as hell. Because they could be in your face like, oh my gosh, I love you so much. And then the whole time they're like, yeah, I don't like that shit. I'm ready to fight. Like, like
that gotta be crazy, like dating an actor or actress. Because it's like, even the argument is probably fucking animated.
Crazy.
If they crying, it's like, this motherfucker.
You not really crying. Like, you faking that. Like, that's why I'm just like, okay, you know, wasn't it Johnny Depp? Who just went to court for the divorce with his ex-wife? I remember how she was fake crying inside of the courtroom.
I missed that, but I believe it.
That shit was all over the... Yeah, nah.
Like, get this motherfucker an Oscar.
And she still lost the case, and he still won. Nah, you good. I would never date no actor, bro. I couldn't do it. Like,
how you feel about dating an artist?
I'd do that over that.
You don't think they actors too?
I mean, we are actors. We do all of that. We do all of that. But I would rather date an artist. Let me tell you why. Like, I spoke about this with shout out to Penny and Pablo. I spoke about this because of the simple fact, us artists, we all in the same boat. You know what I'm saying? Females will come at you all day. Niggas be coming at me all day. We both go through the same shit. We both know what to expect.
It's like,
you know what I'm saying?
Females do it a little better than
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, like, I could finesse a nigga, but that's not in my spirit. Like, that's not me as a person. I see my homegirls do it all the time, but I'm just like, yeah, like, that's not me personally. If I'm in a relationship, I'm telling my nigga everything. We spoke about this when we were, I'm telling my nigga everything, but like, I would rather date an artist because we in the same boat. We in the same industry. We know the same people. We gonna hear this. And not like actors and actresses, they have the same thing that we have, but I'm not dealing with that split personality shit. Me personally, I'll deal with an artist.
Like, these motherfuckers, an actor could fucking be like, yo,
it's a lie.
I hired a plumber to come fix the sink while you wasn't home, and the plumber is a fucking actor too.
I'm trying to tell you, like, I'm not doing that. I would be like, yo, y'all niggas is crazy. I'm not gonna pull this psychiatric word. Like, what? I'm not doing that, no. I rather date an artist.
So what is your plans for the next 6 months?
Dropping music. I got some collaborations with some people on, bigger people. So hopefully paper will be up there. We
definitely want to see some more music videos from you.
Yeah, it's coming. Oh yeah, we spoke about that, didn't we? We didn't talk about paper?
Nah. What about paper?
Yes, we did.
What happened with paper?
Yes, we did.
I don't know. I got a terrible memory.
Look, he being an actor.
Woo!
I'm working on some stuff for paper, a music video. I had dropped the thing on Instagram for what's it called?
That's the song. Oh, see, that's the song I was wondering. Did you let them hear? Cause that one right there is pretty,
Oh yeah, that one giving shit paper.
So I guess like being a part of being the A&R, are you gagged? Like, can you not drop music and stuff? Or it has nothing to do with them, your music?
Because I'm not signed to them. I just work for them. But it's a blessing too because, I don't know, God working in my favor for real because regardless of me promoting paper and Yo What Up and dropping more music, they're seeing everything. So it be times when I'm at work because after this I'm going to the studio to work. So they be asking me like, so what new music coming out? So it's like, okay, they just waiting. Because A&Rs, you can talk a good game. Now that I'm an A&R intern, You can talk a good game to me all you want. You the highest out the city. Everybody highest out the city. But I need to see the work ethic. I need to see how passionate you are about it. And I want to see how you sound. Like, even when we be doing, like, reviews and shit, like, a lot of these artists all sound the same. Like, I'm looking for, like, yeah, trap is cool, but I'm from New York. So,
it starts getting old, like.
And I'm looking at different sounds and shit. Like, everything in Atlanta is trap. Like, okay, trap is cool, but I want to hear something like P&B Rock, rest up to him, like, you know. I want to hear a little bit of, like, that A-Boogie type shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Different stuff.
Yeah.
So you can talk a good game, but, like, can your music make streams? Like, can Nietzsche hear your shit? Can Face hear your shit and be like, yo, this is a hard-ass artist? Face was on the news, so can he take you to the anchors?
Look,
like, you know?
Nobody seen that. They don't see nothing I do. So maybe I need to go into Nietzsche too.
They never do. That's the thing. When you work hard and you doing your shit and you posting on social media and niggas know you about that, they never see what you got going. They never. But they be watching, you know. Yeah,
they don't care.
They be watching, you know, because then when you make it. And you making these moves, it's fake.
So, let the people know where they can find you at. And this was a dope interview, by the way. Like, great conversation, you know what I'm saying?
Real shit.
Where can they find you at on social media?
So you can find me on Instagram. That's the number 1. Not literally the number 1, no. 1 Dominique Quinn. So that's 1 DOMINIQUEQUINN. I know it's long, but that's just who I am. You can find my music on Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Pandora, everywhere. So yeah, I'm gonna drop more music for y'all. I'm not lying, I swear, I'm not lying. I'm a perfectionist, so I have to make sure everything is good for y'all.
Is there any positive words you could leave with us today?
Fuck everybody else and do whatever the fuck you gotta do. Like, go after what you want. This is what I told my TikTokers yesterday on live. I'm not telling you to do whatever the fuck you want to do. But I'm telling you, do whatever the fuck you want to do, but be mindful and have your head on your shoulders and know what the fuck you're getting yourself into. Don't jump into some shit and you're not prepared of the outcome. Like, use your head. Like, that's what we say in New York. We be like, yo, use your head, my nigga. Use your head. Use your head. Like, don't be, because Tom, Dick, and Harry do something, you following somebody, like, use your head. Know what street you go on. Know what the street sign says. Like, know who you talking to. Like, know your surroundings. Like, this ain't New York, but this is our New York. Like, stop playing with them. Be mindful. Like, come on. This is a doggy world.
That's a fact. Well, we gonna get out of here, man. Thank you for coming by. You already know it's been another Boardroom interview.
It's the market.